Hi guys, we are back on the work from home page. My name is Jade Smith. I'm one of the newest regional sales managers of the Northeast region of Plexus. I have the amazing Alexis Wigglesworth on the call with me right now. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for jumping on here with me. Guys, I have to brag about this woman just for a second, really quickly. She is an incredible mom. She has 2 baby girls, 2 and 3. She has a baby boy on the way, okay? On the way, she's pregnant, you guys. Her husband is a silver ambassador. I will tell you right now, in May, she double ranked and hit Ruby and Senior Ruby. Now, prior to that in April, she hit, you re-ranked Senior Gold, right? And you hadn't touched that since October of the year prior to that. So this is insane. April and May were driving force months for you, and I can only imagine what June's gonna do. So I had to call you onto this call. I had to do it because people need to hear all of your amazingness and your tips and what they can do, or even if it's just inspire others. So thank you so much, seriously. You've got to tell me how you got started, what somebody said to you to get you to join, and we'll start there.
Okay, so prior to getting pregnant with my second baby, I was a teacher's aide, and I'm actually a certified teacher in my state, but I wanted to be home with my kids more, so I stayed as an aide, and then I went back to subbing. So it was something that it was like I was thinking about getting into it, but I really wanted to stay home with my kids. So with my second pregnancy, I had gestational diabetes, and that puts me at a higher risk of having type 2 later in life, and also having it in later pregnancies, which obviously I knew we wanted more kids. So it was, my sister-in-law did Plexus, and she was always talking about the pink drink and how it's blood sugar balancing. So that's really what drew me in. And I was also nursing at the time. So the fact that I could take the triplex and natural supplements while nursing, like, that was huge for me. Yes. And then, so I really was strictly products. I didn't want anything to do with anything else. And she started to have some success. And since I was in that position, kind of like, do I go back to work? Do I not? I was just like, what the heck? Let me try. And it really just snowballed from there. Like I just was all in because I wanted to stay home with my babies.
Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Which, by the way, with this pregnancy, I just took an early detection glucose test because I'm considered high risk, having the gestational diabetes in the past, and I do not have it this time.
Okay, I can't take it. I can't take it. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. And I absolutely love that. I love that. See, guys, this is great. This is great stuff. So tell me exactly, like, okay, you're pregnant, you're a mom of 2 already, you've got a hubby that's working hard, I'm sure, right? You've got a house to run. I believe you've even mentioned to me off the call before that you've got a business you guys are running as well that you're starting. Tell me a little bit about how you manage all of these things for the person who might be like, I can't work from home. I can't do this with all of the busyness in my life. Please shed some light on that.
So, you know, this pandemic is hard to navigate with everyone. And in the beginning, you know, my emotions are on a high. I'm pregnant and I was struggling with it, just all the unknown. But then I really started to switch that around and focus on being grateful and having this extra time. And, you know, we're not going to dance, and we're not driving to school, and we're not doing all this and that. So I was able to put a little more time in Plexus. And as far as the business, we just started. My husband, he is a recovering addict. So this is something really close to our hearts because he's been clean for the last 5 years. We've been together for 9 years. So it wasn't always that way. And something that really changed everything for him was when he stayed in a men's recovery home and just learned how to be himself again. And he had a network of support, which really reminds me of a lot of like our Plexus community. You know, when you have a group of people put together who are all trying to better themselves, just something magical happens. You know, we're reaching down, bringing others up with us. And so we're very aligned in those passions. So he decided earlier this year with a good friend to open a men's recovery home of their own. And we were originally supposed to open April 1st, but then everything was going on and we didn't know if it was safe or if we were allowed. It was like this gray area. And so it was actually last Wednesday, May 27th. That's the day I hit Ruby. And then later that day, he got a call from the first guy who's ready to move in. He actually moved in last Thursday. So that was just like confirmation for me that these two passions of ours are just so aligned that if I can really go with this and touch lives in the way that I can, giving people freedom with their health and their finances, and then be able to earn this income where we can get out of debt and buy more houses and help more men and families get freedom from addiction. That is just that's our why. And so it was great. I was just like, you know what, that day I just decided I have to go for this. Like, we have all these crazy incentives going on right now, and like cheap $10 memberships. So I just like, all right, let's do it. Let's shoot for Senior Ruby. And we ended up double ranking.
Yes. Yes. I love it. And tell me, like, would you say that you guys it was teamwork? It was,
Absolutely. Like, he's had things going on, and there's some nights where he had to go there after work, and but he, will cook dinner, or he knows I'm on a Zoom call and he'll take the girls for a walk, or it's just been a lot of knowing that it's not always going to be like this. It's not always going to be this busy, but we have to do it now for what we want.
Amen.
Our why is greater. So it's worth sometimes having the laundry pile up, and
yes.
maybe we have pancakes for dinner sometimes.
Cereal, one or the other. What do you say to the mom that's like, okay, how are you even making time for this? How are you guys, what do you do? Do you time block? What are you doing?
I try to time block. I mean, my kids are little, so, it doesn't always work out perfectly. Yeah. Right now we have like a kiddie pool and the sprinkler in the front lawn, and they'll play there, and I sit in my car on Zoom or to send voice messages. I mean, you just kind of have to do what you got to do and pick and choose. And of course, I'm not like in just sitting at my desk all day. Like when I have time, we're just more intentional with our time. I think when the family's all together, we'll go for a bike ride, or we'll go get ice cream, or we'll just be together, no phones. So that when I have to work, I don't feel like I'm cheating my family. Yes. But yeah, it's nooks and crannies.
Yes. Caitlin said that and I loved it. Oh my gosh. Yes. I completely agree. And I love that you said being intentional with your time, because that's truly, honestly, if you can just give 30 minutes to the business, right? You're doing something. Right. And that something will matter. That something makes it worth it. You know what I mean? Like, that becomes a reward later on when you change someone's life and that person joins, and then they bring another, I absolutely love that. I love that. So you got to tell me what you say to people. If you double ranked, you got people to join your team like a crazy amount in a crazy amount of time in 1 month. Okay. And I remember you messaging me even saying, we're so close. And you were just talking about Ruby at that time.
Yeah.
Like, what did you guys do? And what did you say to these women to say, listen, I know you've got kids. I know you've got a family. I know you've got a job, but I also know that this business is going to work for you. What are those words that you use? What's the secret sauce?
I just was really honest in saying that, like, I'm a regular hot mess mom, messy bun, like if I can do it, you can do it. Like, there's really no special thing, but really what changed everything, like, it's so simple, but it's not easy, was I was believing in myself. And that's what I try to trickle down to my team and really get them to, like, we always hear we're talking about a why, but to, like, I forget who said it, but that your why should make you cry. Like, it should really be something close to your heart that's going to help you push past those boundaries. And when you feel like quitting or you don't feel like doing it, just really visualizing what it would mean for you and your family. And that, if you don't go for it, you're not just cheating yourself, but you're withholding blessings from all the others that it would affect.
Yes. Amen. I so appreciate you. I literally was like, right before we got on this, guys, I literally told her, I wish this was 30 minutes long. I wish we could go all day. I'm telling you, I'm meant to be like the baby Oprah. I could do this with you all day. Thank you so much, Alexis. Congratulations on your
Thank you.
Honestly, congratulations on your new bundle of joy. You got your boy. I always said, look, I put on blue for her, and I had no idea it was a boy. So, Jesus is so good. But thank you so much for your time. I seriously can't thank you enough. And I cannot wait to see where you go with Plexus, because I know it's going to be limitless.